Good evening. I seem to spend a lot of time up in Christian land in my videos, and this one's going to be just like that. I've come to the conclusion that God would make a lousy businessman. Think back to Adam and Eve, two people on earth. Eve takes a bite of fruit, shares it with Adam, and instantly, even in the far reaches of the Garden of Paradise, animals start copulating, they start partying, they have to start eating each other for food. It's a good thing that they had those canines preset in those big jaws, and they had the eyes that could see in the dark so they could search out their prey, and the short digestive tract so that the meat wouldn't rot, it would just pretty much go through quickly. Isn't that something? Well, what I don't understand, though, is God knew into the future that he was going to get angry with all the people. There would be more and more and more people doing bad things that he thinks are bad, and he was going to get to the point where he would just be too angry and he would send this big huge flood. Why then didn't he cut his losses right from the start and just take out Adam and Eve? That would have solved the whole problem. And it would have been just so much more effective. Just take out the two and come back with a better model. Make a better model. But what did he do instead? He said, "Get out of my garden." That's all he said. So, what good was that? They would just go frolic somewhere else. What he should have done is said, "Adam, Eve, come over here. Look, I've got slip and slides. I've got one for each one of you. Adam, get on this one. Eve, get on this one." And they'd be like, "Oh, goody, goody." And, ooh, they'd go sliding along on their bellies right down to a small pool where they'd plop right in and drown. Because, of course, they didn't know how to swim. It's not like they came from fish or anything. And this would have been so much more energy efficient. And God didn't think of that. Let's see. Oh, he still would have had to kill the animals, of course. That could be a problem. I know. We could send a bunch of devil spirits into the animals and drive them off a cliff into the water where they drown. Because God likes to kill things in water, I've noticed. But that's really a stupid idea. I'm not really sure where I got that one, but that is really dumb. I don't know. I'll have to think of something else. After all, why would I use a devil figure or Satan? Satan only killed 10 people in the Bible. God killed like 2,460,000, something like that. With a God like that, who needs Satan? Anyway, God's flood idea was a total fail. Think about it. After the flood, the world started populating again, and we had the same problems. The drugs, the drinking, the young teen unwed pregnancies, things that God really didn't like, divorce, and these things are rampant in the Christian church. So God really, really failed on this one. And Jesus failed too, because Jesus came and he had 2,000 years to solve things. This was God's idea, to send himself down as Jesus. So this was another total fail, because things are just like they were before. 2,000 years to solve something. What happened to a 5-year plan? I don't understand. Anyway, here's God's resume. You can tell that he's had a long time as boss, but I just see that it's lacking in some way. And here's his business plan. This is supposed to be a Bible, by the way. I can't find our Bible, so, Methodist hymnal. I don't even know where we got this. Could have, somehow made it out of the church. I don't know. But anyway, pretend it's a Bible. This is God's business plan here. This will not work on any of our current problems. You can't use this to solve women's issues, to make things better for women. You can't solve global warming with this. You can't solve the population explosion. I mean, they use this, the Christians use this to say, make more babies, make more babies. This is a total fail. We need to put this on a shelf along with a Confederate flag with a big sign under it in a museum somewhere, stupid things that people used to believe in. So my suggestion is to demote God. No, come to think of it, God has that terrible, terrible temper where he just takes out scores of people because he gets so angry. We can't have him in management at all. My suggestion is to fire God. Fire God. You will be happy that you did.